of questions regarding how I fluff my tree and what technique I use to get it quite fluffy and get the branches basically where I want them. So I'll show you this little thing. This is my secret weapon. This is my husband's tool and it's called a vice grip. Yes, a vice grip. And basically I'll show you what I do with this. Okay, so it's quite time consuming, I know, but if you do it once, you pretty much don't have to do it ever again. And because this was a brand new tree that I bought online, I wanted to kind of make it look how I wanted it to look, and I wanted it to look nice and fluffy and tight. So if you grab the vice grip, for example, put it here, sorry, and then what I used to do was just pull it up, right? Just pull it up. Because essentially when you first buy it, it's actually straight down. You know what I mean? So it's at a 90-degree straight down. So I had to use this to make it go up a little bit. And there you can see it's not completely straight, it's gone up a little. So what that does is it actually makes all the branches kind of closer together, if that makes sense. So now, the other technique I use in terms of fluffing is, let's say this is all like this. Sorry, excuse the little white fluff. I've already started putting snow spray, and I decided to stop putting the snow spray so that I can do this video. So, okay. So let's say you get the branch like this, and pretty much that's how they come. If not, they come even more flat and compact, right? So all I do is the following. I do this. That's probably a better angle. And seriously, that is all I do. And I pretty much do that around the tree. And as I go, I figure out, so essentially when I put this in, I'll be able to see which ones I need to move to adjust the little tips on, I guess, the way I want it to look. So I'll just pop this back in. Oh, sorry, one little thing. I used to do this years ago because I thought it was how you were supposed to fluff a tree. So I used to actually bend the tip like this, right, into a, I guess, rounder. I used to make them kind of rounded on one side, and they weren't straight. So I actually stopped doing that because if you think about it, in nature, let's say the pine trees do not really have these, I guess, on an angle like that, or curved. They have them nice and straight. So I started to do that, and I noticed that my tree looked a lot better and a lot fuller. So I highly recommend you use the technique in terms of making them just nice and straight, and making them, I guess that's how you're going to make it look more natural as well. So I'll just pop this back in. So now I'll show you how I do the lights. Okay, so for anyone that wanted to see what the lights look like, so I'll put them on the tree now, and I'll show you how the end result looks. These lights are all kind of joined together, and they make like a blanket type thing. And what happens is it's about maybe 4 meters long, and I actually wrap this around my tree. So it cuts my time in half pretty much, because this is, can you see where they all are? So it wraps around the tree, and it's like a blanket of lights, if that makes sense. So I've had this set of lights for many years. I don't remember how many years, but I bought them years ago. So essentially what happens is, if I've got it there, I would essentially place it here and pretty much wrap it around the tree. Now I've already wrapped it, so I don't need to go ahead and do that again. So the middle part is already wrapped, if that makes sense. So I'll just place this quickly just here on top, and I'll show you what it looks like with the lights on. The lights are pretty much where the blanket is, if that makes sense. So they're always going to be twinkling right there in the middle. Now these are my other two sets, and basically what I do with them is I end up wrapping the top. I put some in the middle and then some on the bottom, and I'll show you how I do that.